Hey, what's happening? And welcome to Yoga with Rachel. Today's yoga class will offer a deep stretch for the hips and the hamstrings. Without further ado, let's get started. We begin our practice in staff pose. Sit on your mat and send your legs out long. Feet are about hip distance apart. Heels rest on the earth. Toes point towards the sky. Create length in your back body. Rock your pelvis forward. Loop your shoulders, find a gentle chin tuck, and rest your hands or your fingertips on the earth. Perhaps you are already feeling a lovely stretch in the backs of your legs and some work being done in your hip flexors. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in to reach your hands to the sky. Breathe out to fold forward slightly. We still want to maintain length in our back body, so this may not be a very big movement. Place your hands beside your legs. Breathe in and breathe out. Make your way back to staff pose. Hug your right knee in, guide your right foot over your left leg, releasing the sole of your right foot to the earth. Wrap the inside of your left arm around your right leg and then swim your right fingertips behind you. Finding a gentle spinal twist, look past your right shoulder. Perhaps you can feel the stretch in your outer right hip. Let's hang out here for 3 breath cycles. All right, unravel. Send your right leg out long. Hug your left knee in. Guide your left foot over your right leg. Wrap your right arm around your left leg and then allow your left fingertips to rest on the earth. Turn to look past your left shoulder. We are here once again for 3 loving breath cycles. Beautiful. Unravel and send both legs out long. Hug your right knee in and then place your right ankle on top of your left thigh. Place your hands on the ground for support. Begin to drag your left heel closer towards your body. Come to a point where you feel a lovely stretch in your hips and hold there for 3 breath cycles. Release that. Both legs go out long. Hug your left knee in and then drape your left ankle over your right thigh. Hands rest on the earth. Drag your right heel in, eventually releasing the sole of your foot on the earth when you feel a lovely stretch in your hip. Perhaps take note of how this side feels. Once again, we hold this pose for 3 breath cycles. Release and make your way to all fours. Knees stacked under your hips and your wrist under your shoulders. Keep your left knee stacked under your hip as you step your right foot off to the side. Right leg is straight. Press into your whole foot. Right toes point forward. Connect to your center and press into all that is touching the earth as you slowly rise up. Place your right hand on your right leg. On your next breath in, reach your left hand to the sky. Breathe out to reach your left hand to the right side. Breathe here. Breathe in and breathe out to come back to center. Release both hands back to the earth And bring your right leg back so that way both knees are stacked under the hips. Step your left leg off to the side, toes point forward. Pressing into all four corners of your feet, including the edge of your foot. The top of your right foot grounds down. Begin to slowly rise up. Left hand connects with your left leg. Breathe in to send your right hand up and overhead. Breathe out to reach over to the left side. Keep that breath flowing, my friend. Breathe in and breathe out to make your way back to center. Fold forward, releasing your hands back to the earth. Bring your left leg in. Make your way back to a tabletop position. Tuck your tailbone under to create length in the low back body. Belly button hugs in towards your spine. Lift and hover your right knee off of the ground and begin to draw some circles with your right knee. I encourage you to move slowly as you do this. Take note of what's happening in your right hip socket. And then take your circle in the other direction. Wonderful. Lower your right knee back to the earth. Lift and hover your left knee away from the ground. Draw some slow circles with your knee, as if you are moving through molasses. Reverse your circle. Wonderful. Lower your left knee back to the earth. Hug your right knee in towards your chest, round through your spine, nose towards your knee. Breathe in and breathe out to step your right foot through. Hands frame your foot. For a deeper stretch in the left hip flexor, walk your left knee back. If the knees are feeling a bit sensitive here, you can pad the knee with a couch cushion or a blanket. You can also fold your yoga mat over. Loop your shoulders and look forward. Stretch it on out here. One more breath cycle. Now begin to roll back onto your right heel, hips move back, and walk your hands back. Perhaps you feel a juicy stretch in your right hamstring. Flex your right toes towards your face. Breathe in to look forward. Exhale to bow your head. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, roll through your foot, coming into your lunge. Plant your palms on the earth and then step your right foot back to join the left. Hug your left knee in, spine reaches towards the sky, nose towards the knee. Breathe in, and breathe out to step your left foot through. Option to walk the right knee back. Look forward as you breathe into the stretch. All right, one more breath cycle. Now begin to roll onto your left heel, hips move back, same with your hands. Toes point towards your face. Breathe in to look forward, and then exhale to bow your head. Breathe in. And then on your next breath out, roll through your foot, stamping your whole left foot into the earth. Plant your palms, and then step your left foot back to join the right. Step or hop both feet back. Heels reach towards the back edge of your mat. Press away from your yoga mat. Feel your power, feel your strength. And when you are ready, begin to pedal out your feet, just like you would in a downward facing dog, bending one knee in at a time. No worries about how this looks. Focus on how this feels, and keep that breath flowing. We are here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Send your hips to the sky, downward facing dog. Walk your hands to the long edges of your mat. Ground down through the heels. No worries if the heels do not touch the mat. We are just stretching out through the backs of our legs. Anchor through your right heel. On your next breath in, send your left foot to the sky, three-legged dog. Bend your left knee. Begin to draw slow circles with your knee. I invite you to do your best to keep the rest of your body as still as possible, so that way we can really feel the movement taking place in the left hip socket. Reverse your circle. Breathe in, and then breathe out to release your left foot back to the earth. Anchor through the left heel. Breathe in to sweep your right foot to the sky. Exhale to bend at your knee and start to draw some circles one way and then the other way. Breathe in and breathe out to release your right foot back to the earth. Step or hop your feet to the top edge of your mat. We meet together in a forward fold. Bend your knees and release your fingertips to or towards the earth. I now invite you to play around with straightening through your left leg. The right knee remains bent. Breathe some love into your left leg, especially your hamstring. Bend your left knee and straighten through your right leg. Hold here. Now bend both knees. Breathe in to send your hands to the sky. Breathe out to release your hands back to your sides. Palms face forward, roll your shoulders back, ground down through your feet. Permission to close your eyes and notice how you feel. How are the hamstrings and the hips feeling? Open your eyes. Step your right foot back, finding a wide stance, and then pivot on your back foot. Toes point in, heel points out. Begin to sink into your front leg, keeping your knee in line with your ankle. Grow tall through the spine, all the way from the base of the spine to the crown of your head. Breathe in, and breathe out to send your arms from left to right. Turn to look past your left fingertips. Take note of how the leg muscles are turning on and the opening in the hips, especially that right hip. Breathe in and breathe out to lower your hands to your hips. Straighten through your front leg. Turn your left toes in. Both toes point in slightly. Maintain this wide stance with your feet. You may need to make some adjustments as we move into this posture. Begin to hinge forward at your hips, sending your bum back in space. Stop at the halfway point. Release your fingertips or your hands to the earth. Hands are stacked under your shoulders. Find a small micro bend in your knees. Press into the whole foot as evenly as possible, including the outer edge of your feet and the heels. So there's an option to stay here, or you can walk your right palm near center. As you breathe in, begin to send your left hand to the sky, finding a spinal twist. Feel free to come up onto the right fingertips for more space. A yoga block or a book can be useful here too. Look up towards your hand. Breathe in and breathe out to release your left hand back to the earth. Walk your left palm in. Breathe in to send your right hand to the sky and look up. Breathe out to release. Place your hands on your hips. Rock your pelvis forward to help you straighten and rise on up, standing tall on your mat. Turn your right toes to face what was the back edge of your mat. Left toes turn in slightly. Begin to sink into your front leg. Knee over the ankle, back leg is straight. Breathe in and breathe out to a warrior two. Turn to look past your right fingertips. So there may be a tendency to lean forward. So I invite you to lean back a bit to align your head over your heart space and your heart over your pelvis. We are stacking in order to create a beautiful line of energy. Breathe here. Breathe in. Breathe out to place your hands on your hips, straighten through your front leg. Turn your right toes in, toes face forward. Bend your knees and then hop your feet together. Now, wasn't that fun? Breathe in to reach your hands to the sky. Breathe out to bring your hands together and then to your heart space. Bow your head. Feel free to close your eyes. Use a moment of quiet reflection to notice how you feel. What posture or movement felt amazing today? Perhaps you can choose 1, 2, or maybe even 3 postures from our class today and incorporate these postures into your daily exercise routine. It is my hope that the hamstrings and the hips are feeling happy. Thank you so much for being here. Share this practice with others, give this practice a thumbs up, and leave a comment. Let's take a final breath in through our nose, and then a slow exhale out through our nose. See you in the next class. Namaste.